morning everyone. I suppose you are learning the points by heart. Parents, please make sure that your child revises it every day and knows it by heart. They are required forever. Whenever you want to solve mathematics, you require them. So please learn it. Learn it by heart. Okay? Today we are going to see the next chapter. Which is the next chapter? Chapter 4. Chapter 4 talks about types of angles or pairs of angles. There are different pairs, different characteristics of angles which you have to learn. Okay? I have drawn an angle on the board. Angle ABC. How do we get an angle? An angle is created by two rays. You can see this is one ray, this is another ray. That is ray BA and ray BC. Ray BA and ray BC, when you say it, you know that they have a common vertex, that is B. And at B, the common vertex, the angle is created. Okay? Now, how do I write this angle? When I write the angle, this is the symbol for angle. Please take care, this is a slanting line. I did not put it as L. I have drawn it as slanting line, angle ABC, or in single letter I can say it as angle B. Why do I say B? Because it is at this vertex B that the angle is created. Okay, this is how you name the angles. Now, which are the two arms of the angle? Arms of the angles are ray BC and ray BA. Please take note how I have written the ray also. This is the end point of the ray. That means at B it cannot extend further. They extended as C. We say either B as the end point or the origin. So these are the two arms of the angle. This is what you have already learned. This is just a revision. Please take care. Angles are always written in, or names are always mentioned in 3 letters or single letter. 2 letters are never used to name the angles. Okay? It is either 3 letters or 1 letter. Is that clear to you? Now, this part is known as, this entire part is known as the interior of the angle. And this part is known as the exterior of the angle. I repeat, this inside part where the angle is created, this inside part is known as the interior of angle. This is known as the exterior of angle. Suppose I have some points over here. Okay, I am naming them. You can see the names of the angles. Now, if I ask you, which points are the interior of the angle? How do you say that? These are the points which are at the interior of the angle. What are they? Point P, point Q, point R, point L. What about point Y, N and M? These points are at the exterior of the angle. Okay, these points are the exterior of the angle. Now, look at point O and point X. They are on the arms of the angle. Please remember, these are the interior, these are the exterior, and these are the arms of the angle. So these points lie at the interior of the angle, these points lie at the exterior of the angle, and these points are on the arms of the angle. This much is clear to you, I suppose, which is the interior, exterior and on the arms. Okay. Now we are going to the next part, that is adjacent angles. We are going to see what are adjacent angles. Okay. Look at this diagram. I have angle ABC and I also have one ray over here in the interior of the angle which is named as BD. So if I look at it, I can see two angles over here. Okay, these are my two angles. Angles ABD and angle DBC. What is common in these two angles? Common is this vertex, that is common. Also this arm is common for this angle, also for this angle. So this type of angles are known as adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? Angles having common vertex and common arm. I repeat, angles having common vertex and common arm are known as adjacent angles. Look here, angle ABD. Which is my angle ABD? ABD. This is the angle I am talking about. Then I have angle DBC. This is the angle DBC. I said these two angles are adjacent angle. Adjacent means what? Close to each other. Now when do we say they are adjacent? Because both of them have B as the common vertex. B is the common vertex and they have an arm which is common. Which is a common arm? That is DB. BD. This is their common arm. So the angles which have common vertex and a common arm are known as adjacent angle. Look at the second example over here that I have drawn. Okay. In this you have angle AOE, angle EOD, angle DOC and angle COB, BOA. These are the angles that you have. Okay. I want to know which are the adjacent angles. Which angles can I say as adjacent angle? What are the criteria to be adjacent angles? They should have a common vertex and common arm. Vertex should be here O. I have written two pairs over here. Angle AOB. Look at angle AOB. AOB. So this is the angle that I have mentioned. Angle AOB. And AOE. Where is my AOE? AOE. This is the next angle that I have mentioned. Okay. Are these two angles adjacent angles? How do I check it? Check whether they have common vertex. AOB. AOB. Okay, their vertex is O. So the first point is right. Both of them have the common vertex. What is the second criteria? Do they have a common arm? If you look at these two angles, which is the common arm? This arm, that is ray OA, is common for both these angles. Therefore, we say this pair is adjacent angles. Look at the second one, angle AOB. AOB. This is my angle AOB. And which is the next one? AOC. AOC. That is this big angle that we are talking about. Both of them have O as the vertex. So first criteria is right. What is the second criteria? Do they share a common arm? AOC. So we are talking about this big angle. Which are the two arms? OA and OC. The next one, AOB. AOB. Which are the two arms? AO and BO. Is this AO common? No, it is not a common. When you look at it, this is the common which is sharing the interior. So that point is important over there. Common arm in the interior of the angle. If you look at it, this is the angle we are talking about, AOC, and this is AOB. So this is the interior of the angle. This is the arm which is common in the interior. But what do we have here in common? AO. That is only the side arm, not the interior arm. Okay. So that point has to be kept in mind when we are deciding whether the given angles are adjacent angles. What are the criteria? They should have a common vertex and a common arm in the interior of the angles. You will be given questions like this and you will be asked to write the pairs of adjacent angles and also identify whether the given angles are adjacent angles. Okay. Look at your practice set 15 on page number 25. Practice set 15, page number 25. Question number 1. Observe the figure and complete the table for angle AWB. You are given a box over there to fill it. Please fill in the answer over there only in the textbook. Points in the interior. Check out which points are coming in the interior part. Points on the exterior. Check out which points are coming in the exterior. When you write the answer over there, you have to put either this point, then you put the point whichever point you get, okay? Or you have to write it as P-O-I-N-T, point M. Either of this has to be mentioned. If you don't mention this point and if you don't put this point, you will get half mark cancelled. So please mention that, okay? Points on the arms of the angle. I think it is clear to you. If you are not understood, please go back and check how I explain which points are supposed to be on the arms. Okay. Question number 2. Name the pairs of adjacent angles in the given figure. When do you say given angles are adjacent angle? They should have a common arm and the common interior and arm and the common vertex. These two criteria should be there. So accordingly you check and you write the answer. Are the following pairs adjacent angles? When you look for the adjacent angles in the given, keep again these two criteria in mind. Whether they have a common vertex. Even if they have a common vertex, the second criteria has to be clear over there that the interior of the angle is having a common arm. Okay. I suppose these three questions are clear to you. Question number 1 and question number 3. You can do it in your textbook itself. Question number 2. Please draw the diagrams in your notebook and you have to solve it also. So when you are doing it, please mention the point. Please write that. Whenever you have, if you have to write angle, the symbol of angle has to be mentioned. If it is a segment, put the segment or write over there SEG, segment, line, ray. The symbols has to be put. Okay, this is very clear. Now we are going for the next part of it, that is the complementary angles. We are talking about the complementary angles. Complementary angles means the sum of the two angles should be equal to 90 degree. Suppose I name this as angle PQR and this is my A. I have two angles over here, this and this, okay. Sum of these two angles should be 90 degree. Then I can say that these two angles are complementary angles. I repeat, if the sum of the angles are 90 degree, then the given angles are complementary angles. That is, angle PQA plus angle AQR should be equal to 90 degree. Suppose this angle is 30 degree and this is 60 degree. Are they complementary angles? Yes, because 30 plus 60 is 90 degree. Therefore, they are complementary angles. Suppose this is 40 degree and this is 60 degree. Are they complementary angles? No. Why? Because 40 plus 60 gives you 100. Complementary angles should give you 90 degree. So, these are not complementary angles. Suppose you are told two angles, angle B and angle A. Both these angles are complementary angles. Angle B and angle A are complementary angles. What can you conclude from that? If you are told these two angles are complementary angles, means you know that angle B plus angle A is equal to 90 degree. Because you are told they are complementary angles. Okay. Suppose you are told that angle B is equal to this angle B is equal to 20 degree. How much is angle A? I repeat the question. Angle A and angle B are complementary angles and angle B is given to you as 20 degree. How much is angle A? The moment you are told that they are complementary angle, you know that their sum is equal to 90 degree. You are not given the measure of angle A. So you consider that measure of angle A as x. Okay. So I can write B is given to you as 20 degree. So 20 degree plus x is equal to 90 degree. So how much will my x be? Keep x over here. So what do you have over here? 90 minus 20. This is plus. So on the other side of the equation it becomes minus. So you get it as 70 degree. Now what is my x? X is the measure of angle A. Therefore I have angle A is equal to 70 degree. You will have to solve questions based on this. One of the angle will be given to you and the other angle you have to find out. What is complementary angle? If the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, then they are said to be complementary angles. Okay? We shall solve some questions based on it. Okay? I have given an angle 40 degree. You have to find the complementary angle of 40 degree. How do we solve it? The first step, whichever is the complement angle, we will consider it as a variable. So let the measure of the complementary angle be x. Now you are asked to find out the complementary angle. Complementary angle means the sum of the two angles gives you 90 degree. So the next step will be 40 degree plus x is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, how much is your x? X is equal to 90 degree minus 40 degree. 90 minus 40 is how much? That is 50 degree. Therefore, you have to write a concluding statement over here. Therefore, the complementary angle of 40 degree is 50 degree. That will be a last step. Concluding statements are very important. So, you have to mention it over there. Therefore, the complementary angle of 40 degree is 50 degree. I suppose you have written it. Okay. Suppose the given angle is 90 degree. You have to find the complementary angle of 90 degree. First step, let the measure of the complementary angle be x. You have to find the complementary angle. So you have 90 degree plus x is equal to 90 degree. You have to find the value of x. X is equal to how much? 90 minus 90. 90 minus 90 is 0. So the complementary angle of 90 degree is 0 degree. Suppose you are not given any particular measure. Suppose you are given a variable over there. Suppose it is, you are given it as 90 minus x degree. You are not given a particular value, you are given it as 90 minus x degree. Let the complementary angle be x. What do you know? Adding these two, you will have 90 degree. So you just add them. 90 minus x plus x is equal to 90 degree. Minus and plus x. Okay, both get cancelled. So you know that the complementary angles are 90 degree. Okay, so 90 minus x complementary angle will be what? It will always be x, what you have considered. Is it clear to you? Okay, we are talking about practice set 16. Please take practice set 16. Okay. Suppose you are given this as x degree. Suppose you are given it as x degree. You have to find the complementary angle of x. Now, can we write this? Let the measure of the complementary angle be x. This itself is a variable. Now, if this is x, what will be the complementary angle of yours? That will be 90 minus x. The complementary will be 90 minus x. This is what I showed you in the previous. If it is given to you 90 minus x, what comes last? It is 90 degree. Okay. So because the sum of both the angles gives you 90 degree. Now, you have to get the value of x. How do we get the value of x? You have here sum of both the angles, right? So you have 90 minus x plus x is equal to 90 degree. Okay. So you are asked about the complementary angle and you are given a variable. So you know that when you cancel these two, what are you getting? You are getting 90. So what was your complementary angle? Your complementary angle is 90 minus x. So if you are given a variable x and find out the complementary angle, what will be your complementary angle? 90 minus x. You will not get a particular measure over there. Why? Because this is a variable. Suppose you are given a particular value like 20, 30, 40, then you can get the other measure. When you are given a variable, the answer also will be in variable. Okay. If you are given 90 minus x, then what will be a complementary angle? X. If it is x, then it will be 90 minus x. Practice set 16, question number 2. Question number 1, sum we have done it. Okay, we'll start the next question. Question number 2, we are given two angles over there. Y minus 20 and y plus 30. You are told that these are complementary angles. That is, you have an angle of 90 degree. This angle is given to you as y minus 20 and y this is y plus 30. Okay, you are told they are complementary. Means sum of them should give you 90 degree. So y minus 20 plus y plus 30 is equal to 90 degree. Y plus y gives you 2y. Minus 20 plus 30. The point, do you remember? When the signs are different, subtract the number. So 30 minus 20 gives you 10. Put the sign of the greater number. What is the sign of the greater number? Plus. This is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now 2y plus 10 is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, 2y is equal to 90 degree minus 10 degree. How much you get that it is? 80 degree. Therefore, y is equal to 80 degree upon 2, that is equal to 40 degree. Now, why you got it as 40 degree? What you are supposed to find out? Y minus 20. Therefore, y minus 20 is equal to 40 minus 20. That is equal to how much? 20 degree. Y plus 30. Y plus 30 is equal to, y is 40. 40 plus 30 is equal to 70 degree. So these are the two angles that you are supposed to find out. So with that we complete practice set 16. What have we learned today? How do we get an angle? How do we name the angle? Interior of the angle, exterior of the angle, complementary angles, adjacent angles. I have 2 points to give to you. Please open the last page of your notebook and take it down. Two angles which have a common vertex, a common arm and separate interiors are said to be adjacent angles. Please write it. Two angles which have a common vertex, a common arm and separate interiors are said to be adjacent angles. Next point. If the sum of the two angles is 90 degree, then they are said to be complementary angles. I repeat, if the sum of the two angles are 90 degree, then they are said to be complementary angles. For your homework, you have to complete practice set 15 and 16 based on this. By the time you complete this homework, it should be clear to you how to write the name, how do we get an angle, what are the interior, exterior of the angle, what are adjacent angles, and what is complementary angles. This much should be clear to you by the time you complete all this. Okay, so please learn the points also by heart.